Good day, viewers. This is Citizen Information Network, CIN. My name is Fatima Tijani. According to the Brooklyn's Book of Poverty, Nigeria has been ranked a country with the highest number of extremely poor people. I'm out here on the streets to find out about the reactions of the people and their comments. Stay with me, I'll be right back. According to the Brooklyn's Book of Poverty, Nigeria has been ranked a country with the highest number of extremely poor people. Is this true?
Definitely it's true. My reasons is because the government is not really helping matters in some issues. In most of the developing countries, they has to do with entrepreneurship development and skill acquisition that are free. But Nigeria, in everything you have to do now, you have to pay to acquire any skill. Even like I can vividly remember, I have applied for several fund grants to go into a private business, but till now the federal government has not done anything about it. And I believe this is one of the issues that has rated Nigeria one of the poorest country in the world.
Yes, exactly. It is true because Nigerian and its population with the highest level of corrupt politicians in charge, why won't Nigeria be ranked as the highest number of poor people in the world? It is true.
I think that Nigeria is so poor because so many things that are happening, nothing as in like foodstuffs now, the prices are so high and they are doing nothing. We have so many poor people that this thing is just, it's so boring, it's so tired.
The government is the problem of this country, this nation. If you go to East Africans like Kenya, Tanzania, where you see, when they see poverty, you know Nigeria is better. If you come to places like Lagos, anything you do, you get money, except you are lazy. You get money from anything you do. So if you are lazy, you'll be poor. That's when poverty comes inside.
Well, I don't see Nigerian people as poor, and I won't believe Nigerians have the poorest people in the world because we have a lot of rich people in this country which are not actually showing to themselves, which are not actually showing off. And the world is actually seeing the bad part of Nigeria, so I don't see most of Nigerians as poor. At least about 70% of Nigerians are middle class, and about 20 are poor, and about 10 are high class.
From my own point of view, I don't think they are wrong. Because if you watch the population in the country, and if you move around the country, you see a lot of poor people every corner you go in the country. Nigeria is a country that is endowed with natural resources, but unfortunately our leaders have not been able to manage these resources. So you have one person having money that could be able to feed a whole state. You understand? So money that is meant to handle some infrastructures are being swallowed. They have been diverted to one account. So instead of the money solving the problem for the people, it doesn't solve the problem. So it ends up producing more poverty. It's a shame to our country that we have all these natural resources and still there are poor people in this country.
There are more than 100 now, poor people. There are many in this country. There are many. I can't tell the numbers, but I know there are many.
I won't say they are wrong, because how do you expect somebody to be collecting 18,000 naira minimum wage? To be collecting 18,000 naira minimum wage per month, and you expect the person to live a normal standard way of life? It's not possible. In this country, when you go to school, they teach you how to just, if you go to now, in universities, what they teach is just theory. When most of our graduates come out of town, the best they could do is just to get us educated together, get their CVs together, and look for a job. There's nothing that our graduates can start on their own.
If they say so, that is what is happening truly. Because nowadays, what is going on in Nigeria are very wrong. Even our president told us that we youth that we are in Nigeria, that we are lazy youth, And Nigeria, we have a lot of resources. We have a youth that can work, that has power, that can do well. But there's no work. Even some of our youth, they will finish their university, serve, after they spend a lot of years in the school, they won't see work.
They rank Nigeria as the highest number of people where get poor people pass. What do you think?
We are not poor in this country, but it's our government that is chopping, that is taking our rights. That is why people are looking at Nigeria as poor. But at this moment, we are just begging our elders. They should just help us, especially we youth. We should go further so that our country can be the best and can be the reliable. We are not poor in this Nigeria. We have the best resources to proud of our country. I am in Nigeria.
It's obvious when we look at the street of Nigeria, how people live their lives, how they suffer. And I believe Nigeria is a country richly endowed with great resources and vast resources, of course. But why are people still poor in the country? Simply because we have these resources, and what we can do, or what the government or our politicians should do, is that these things, they should maximize it. They shouldn't base it on something else. At least they should look for a way which they can balance it. For example, not a person. Like now, the current research is that Nigeria, we are so corrupt. I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying our politicians are corrupt, but at least there are things which they can do that will make people rise up.
But the fact is that they are very correct. Very correct, because the number of poor people in Nigeria are very high, because the Nigerian government are not helping our people. Yes, we talk about the poverty, there is no food, there is no electricity, they are not even helping us. Sometimes they will say they provide the poverty alleviation. At the end of the day, it's the big people that are benefiting from it. We, the poor people, are not. For example, where people are selling, they will demolish it, and they will say they are building it for the poor masses. At the end of the day, they will put the shop for the rent of 1 million, 2 million. You that want to alleviate poverty, so where will I get 1 million to rent a shop? At least they should put it where people can afford for like 300, 200,000 with everything. But this one, they will be like 1 million, 2 million. So where am I going to get such a money? And others. Now I speak for myself and I also speak for others. So they should try and do something about it.
Alright viewers, you've heard the opinion and the reactions of the people. You can also join us on this conversation on all our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube at CIN Nigeria. You can also log on our website at www.cinnigeria.com. My name remains Fatima Tijani. Until I come your way again, have a nice day.